Okay. Raghavan sir and Sandeep sir, shall we start?
Yes, sir. I think.
Okay. I think then people will anyway join as we go along.
Yes.
Okay. Hello and good morning, parents and students of Sardar Patel High School. It gives me an immense pleasure in welcoming you to this orientation program, where we will initially discuss about what are the opportunities in science after 10th standard. Then we'll also tell you about how is it that Gnanadhara as an organization and Vidyavardhaka Sangha as a great institution can help you to fulfill your ambitions, whatever plans that you basically have. So in the first part of this orientation program, let us look at what are the different opportunities that you have in science after 10th standard. For this, initially, I'll be spending some 30-40 minutes in discussing this. And after that, Professor Raghavan sir and Professor Sandeep sir, they both in fact will be introducing about our programs, our say advantages with our programs and so on and so forth. Okay, so let's actually begin this program with the opportunities in science after 10th standard. If you look at the journey of any student, okay, in the field of education, you will find that initial days of his education would be spent in the primary education, where they acquire the skill of writing, reading, and general knowledge, and so on and so forth. Here, the time is spent in basically making sure that they start realizing the tools and the skills required for an understanding of other subjects in detail. So they're in the preparation level. Then after the primary education, which is almost up to the 7th standard now, then comes the secondary education, where the concept of science, maths, social studies, languages, in fact, they start opting for languages and other things coming up. This is where generally they get themselves exposed to the nuances of science learning, mathematics learning, and start in fact developing the skills to do that. Now, once they complete the secondary education, they're in a position now to sort of choose different fields of knowledge so that they can ultimately choose the career that they want. Primary to secondary transition is generally smooth. After 7th standard, no one generally has an orientation program. They get into 8th standard as if it's actually a smooth flow. But secondary to the pre-university level, the next level, that is when they have a lot of options to choose from, and also which will in a way decide what career they'll be taking. You always come to a transition where you need some kind of, say, exposure to what are the things available. Parents would have already done it. You would have spoken to your friends also. So there's some kind of an awareness that would have crept in. Now, this particular, say, discussion for the next, say, 30-40 minutes will throw some more light on what are the possible opportunities you have in the science stream. In the pre-university, you have to choose between maybe science, commerce, or arts. Now, once you choose that, then after 12th standard, that's after your pre-university, you will be in a position to choose the career deciding courses, maybe engineering, medicine, science, law, and so on and so forth. These are all your career deciding courses. But what will lead to this career deciding course is a pre-university program that you do after your 10th standard. So in summary, what I can say is secondary to pre-university level requires some inputs which will help you to choose the right stream that will help you to take up the career deciding courses. So what you have to do after 10th will be mostly decided by what you want to do after 12th. Okay. Now the students generally who are in the 10th standard or about to write the 10th standard board examination will come up with many choices. Now what I have done is I have put all those choices into 3 broad categories. Okay. There will be several other paths. To reduce the confusion, I've just put 3 paths in front of you. Now, anyone who is at this level would always be actually scratching their head and trying to see what are these 3 roads? Where will they ultimately lead to? The first one, in fact, is the path where that would ultimately lead you to a career in pure science. You can become a scientist, you can become a teacher, or you can actually become a researcher in some R&D of an industry. Okay, but your primary goal would be to do more, say, in pure science and become a scientist. Teaching also is a possibility. I request all the parents and students to kindly mute the mic. I request actually my, say, people from Dhanadhara, Sudha Madam and Prajwal, don't mute all, because I will also get muted. So I will try to do that, then others will get muted, and then my mic will always be on. Okay, that was my request. Okay, please don't mute all from your side. I will try to do that. Okay, Prajwal sir and Sudha.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So I was just talking about the pure science as an option, and that will ultimately lead you to become scientists and teachers. Teaching also is an excellent profession, students. I think in the next, say, decade or so, it will be one of the most sought after profession, is what I feel would be teaching. The second path that is generally available for anyone after the 10th standard, and maybe after 12th standard to be very precise, is to take up some professional courses like engineering, medicine, it can be law, or even an agriculture, where the career options are very well defined. You say you want to be an engineer and you know where your career is going to lead to. Or if you take up medicine, then you will actually have a career in medicine, become a doctor, a clinical specialist, become a super specialist, and so on and so forth. Or take up law for that matter. You can become an advocate, you can become a lawyer, you can become actually a legal advisor in some company. And there are also plenty of opportunities in the government sector for the students who take up law. And agriculture, I think many of you will know that the second green revolution has to start in India. People are talking about it already. The first green revolution actually has taken up to self-sustenance in food. But now the second green revolution should take us to much cleaner, less polluted, say, agricultural produce. So the second green revolution is about to happen. I think you know the debate on the farm laws and so on and so forth. There's so much of emphasis, and many students also want to now take up this career in agriculture. So that's the second path available, become a professional in a particular field. The third one is about the other aspects than what I spoke about, maybe pure science or say professional courses, would be to become actually do a course in an arts or a literature, become a journalist or a cinematographer, or become even an archaeologist. Okay, a lot of innovations are happening in archaeology, especially in India. It took a little longer time for us to catch up, but now there are some private entrepreneurs who have become archaeologists, and they are taking up, in fact, digging up work and then finding new things. The recent discovery of saying that in one of the earthen pots, it seems there was actually a graphene which was found. Whether it was purposefully done or it came out actually as a nanotube of a graphene, no one knows. But the nanotube was formed, it seems, because they could actually take up those artifacts to a very high temperature at that time itself, some 2000 years back. So archaeology is one of the areas which is really picking up, and a lot of students are showing interest. So these are the three, say, categories that I have put in. Now, which ones to choose? What should be the path, the roadmap that one actually has to take if you want to actually succeed in each of these? Forgive me, because of my own incompetence, I will not touch upon the last path because I'm not too sure of it. But someone who is interested should also explore that. But in this discussion, we will look at the first two parts, the pure science and the professional courses. Okay. Now, if you want to take up, let us say, a profession in or a career in science and technology, okay, after +2, these are the courses you're supposed to do. Students, remember, what you want to do after 10th will be decided by what you want to do after 12th. Okay, let us say that you want to actually pursue a career in engineering. Then after 12th standard, you have to do an undergrad program in engineering, be it BE, BTech, or so on and so forth. So this is what you need to do after 12th standard, okay, or after second year PUC. And if you want to be a doctor, I think it's something which you all know about. You have to do an undergraduation program in MBBS or the Bachelor of, Dental Sciences. Now, many of the Ayush programs are also available, Ayurveda, Unani, and so on and so forth. But all of them, in fact, will have a MBBS degree at the end of maybe 4 or 5 years. So this is what you need to do after 12th standard. This is what you need to aim if you want to be a doctor. If you want to make a career in science, then you will have to do either a BSc or a BS program. And some universities also offer what is called integrated master's program. So you join after the PUC, you do BSc plus MSc both put together. Okay, that also is another possibility that one can think of. This happens in pure science especially. I didn't see many of the integrated programs in engineering yet. After PUC you join, then you come out only of MTech. But in pure science, you do have a program where you get a master degree and then come out of it. The last one is if you want to be in the field of agriculture, then soon after your PUC, you have to join a BSc or MSc and a PhD program. Okay, that basically continues one after the other: BSc, then an MSc, and a PhD. And many universities actually offer you this particular program. Okay, agricultural universities. There are not many colleges which gives you offers courses in agriculture, but there are universities which actually specialized for agriculture. They do offer a BSc program. So now, if this is what basically you have to do after 12th standard, the second question comes, where should I do this program? Because that will again decide what should be your preparation level after the 10th standard, where you want to do these courses. Now, this is my wish, this is my suggestion. This is what I want all of my students to do, is to get into a premier institution of education. Being students of Sardar Patel or schools, in fact, of that repute, you all know what a premier institution can do. Remember, if your parents have not decided to put you, in fact, into a school like Sardar Patel, maybe Vidya or the Gandhi Centenary, and then followed by the Sardar Patel, the kind of training, the extent to which your potential basically is converted into your efficiency, your ability, in fact, has been brought out to the fullest in a school like that. The peer group will be very good. Teachers are very good. Testing and evaluation is what the highest level. And your exposure, therefore, to different things will also be, in fact, quite good. So that is what a premier institutions can do. Now, to sum it up as to what actually a premier institutions can do to your career, I thought these lines by H.S. Venkatesh Murthy would drive home this idea. Okay, look at the few lines. I think the parents, maybe of my age, many of you, would immediately relate these particular lines to a song which had come in Chinnari Mutta. If you look at the movie also, Chinnari Mutta comes from a village with absolutely no, possibility to train a kid who is very good in running. Okay, then he comes to Bangalore and then he gets actually the right guru, he gets the right institution, trains him, and then he will make him into a winner. And in that, there's a beautiful song, okay, to summarize this ability of an institution to make actually students better. Rekke iddare sake, hakkige beku banu, bailali teluta tanu, myale harokke. Kalondiddare sake, ಚಿಗುರಿಗೆ ಬೇಕು ಕಾನು ಗಾಳಿಯ ಮೇಲೆ ತಾನು ಚಿಗಿದು ಆಡೋಕೆ ರೆಕ್ಕೆ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಸಾಕೆ. Is it enough that we have ability? Is it enough that we have talent? Don't you think the bird also comes with all these abilities? Bird also comes with all these abilities. It actually has a wings, it has strength in the wings, but can it really soar higher and higher in the absence of a space to even flutter its wings? Think about it. It requires that space, right? Bayalali teluta tanu. It has to actually soar higher and higher. Where? In the surrounding atmosphere, in the surrounding air as a medium, it has to actually go higher and higher. Similarly, students, it's one thing to have ability. It's a necessity, is the important thing, but that's not sufficient. The sufficiency comes when you actually have an institution which can really take you to that higher level. So where you have to do all these degrees, maybe BS, BE or BTech, or maybe MBBS, BSc, MSc, you should do it in a premier institution. It will create that kind of an atmosphere to actually make you higher and higher. It gives you a competition from the peer group, which will actually put you into some kind of competition and then take you to higher and higher levels. So therefore, the importance of the premier institution is actually this, in honing your skills and making you better and better. Okay, now what are these premier institutions available for a student after second year PUC?
IIT, NIT, IIT, IST, BITS.
Okay, now the premier institutions in engineering college, let's actually look at it. One student actually mentioned some of the names. Yes, it is. IITs is the temple for your engineering degree. Okay, you should always aim at that. It's almost like Himalayas for education in engineering. These IITs are like that. Okay, it gives you that kind of the peer group, transforms you into a person who would be sought after in the entire world for your skills, not for anything else, for your ability, for your shrewdness, for your, say, acumen to think quick and fast. So these institutions are going to actually bring that out in you. There are 23 IIT students. Okay, initially there was only this IIT Bombay, IIT Kanpur, Kharagpur, Madras, and then Guwahati. But now a lot of other new IITs have joined, including the recent entry, the IIT Dharwad from Karnataka. So there are 23 of them now. Now, coming next to this IITs are another institutions of repute. I would say in some cases, some of the NITs, in fact, outshine even IITs. And they are called National Institute of Technology, NITs. In our times, I think parents, we can immediately relate to this. They're all called as regional engineering colleges, REC. REC Surathkal, REC Trichy, any competition, any, say, quizzes you can find, this REC Trichys and Surathkals competing. Okay, they used to attract the best students in the state. There are 30 such NITs. RECs have all become now NITs, and there are 30 of them. Each one almost in a state. One in a state is always mandated, so they'll have one. And they'll also have some quota from the states where they can enroll students from that state quota. These are all almost similar to that of IITs. For example, NIT Surathkal is as good as many of the top class IITs. Okay, the Surathkal one, which is there in Karnataka. After this, for engineering aspirants, you also have this IIITs, Indian Institute of Information Technology. This came actually some 10, 12 years back. They started actually building these institutions. Now there are 23 of them, all of them, in fact, Government of India organizations. Okay, so there are 23 IIITs. Now, if you actually put a question to yourself, what you want to be, somewhere 8th or 9th, if you are a 10th, many of you want to actually pursue a career in space science, right? Want to actually, get into this area of aeronautics, then rocket technology, and so on and so forth. ISRO, the premier institution of India, which actually is so successful, right, all over the world. India's, say, position in the space technology is because of ISRO. ISRO has started an institution called Indian Institute of Space Science and Technology. It's in Thiruvananthapuram. Students interested in space and science should take a special note of it. They do actually enroll students after PUC. They make you go through the rigorous program and then give you a degree at the end of 4 years. You will get a BTech degree and it's no less than IITs. Okay, it trains you in that, and also something like 60% of the students will also be offered a job in ISRO. What better job can you get than an opportunity to serve in ISRO? For the kind of project, the quality of the project that you can get is unmatched. Okay, so IIST is a institution that you should look for if you are interested in space science and technology. All the four that I named now, they all belong to Government of India in one or the other form. Maybe they belong to Science and Technology, or to Ministry of Education, or sometimes in fact to Space Commission. The next one that I'm telling you is a private organization. Again, it has built its reputation for the kind of innovation and training that it actually brings in. And that organization is called Birla Institute of Technology and Science. The Birlas have many industries, and their contribution during the freedom struggle is also well noted. They started this organization to build the engineers and the scientists required for their own R&D and also for the world. And now they have become, in fact, brand ambassadors for training in engineering and technology. They have three institutions. One is BITS Pilani, very well known, BITS Pilani Goa campus, BITS Pilani Hyderabad campus. So there are three BITS Pilanis campuses that are there. Each one, in fact, is an extremely good organization. So this is where, if you want to really get a good engineering program, this is the place where you need to get into. Karnataka has some excellent engineering colleges, okay, from time immemorial, starting from say VIT, which is Visvesvaraya Engineering College, VEC, sorry, Engineering College of University, started in fact or initiated by Sir Visvesvaraya himself. So from there onwards, and the Jaichamarajendra Polytechnic College, from there onwards, the engineering education in Karnataka has been extremely good. Many organizations have built engineering colleges of repute, like RV, well known, right? PES, then Ramaya. So many such organizations are also there available. So these are all the institutions I would like to say you should be looking for when you want to do a course in engineering. Okay. Now let's look on to the premier medical colleges. I think who doesn't know about this AIIMS, All India Institute of Medical Sciences, New Delhi. Whenever a politician falls sick, he would now go to AIIMS. He believes AIIMS than any other private colleges, private medical colleges. I don't know for what reason, okay? Including the Home Minister and the Prime Minister, they all go to AIIMS. There are 16 AIIMS all over India, spread all over India, but the most popular is actually New Delhi. And this institution has a medical college and also has a medical hospital. The hospital and the medical college combination is in fact an extremely good one for training students. Okay, you get in fact patients of different problems, and then the exposure to these say ailments is what actually makes the training of a doctor better. World-class doctors are produced in this organization, the AIIMS. Okay, so if you want to actually pursue medical, this should be your first say preference. It's also like the Himalayas for medical education. So IITs on one hand, then you have AIIMS on the other hand for the medical colleges. Then comes this Armed Forces Medical College, which is in Pune. Like I told you, the IIST trains people and then also absorbs them in say ISRO, right? Similarly, AFMC does the same job. It trains and also takes them in their organization. That's for the armed forces, okay? But one of the best medical colleges that you can always think of. Jawaharlal Nehru Institute of say postgraduate medical education research also offers a program for for an undergraduate program in medicine, MBBS degree. Very few seats. It's in Pondicherry, called as JIPMER, very popular again. Those of you who are interested in medicine, keep this name in mind. Very few students, but top class students join and then come out of this organization. And it's in South India, Pondicherry, not very far from Bangalore. Okay, overnight journey, you can reach Pondicherry, and then you can actually get the world class, or say medical education. Bangalore again has some extremely good medical colleges. Somehow engineering and medicine for both Bangalore has become a hub. Lot of students come to Bangalore for medical education. Okay, and just to name a few is the St. John's. If you have gone near Koramangala, you can actually find this hospital and also the college attached to it. I told you, college and hospital always go hand in hand in the training of doctors. We have Bangalore Medical College, Mysore Medical College, again preeminent colleges from long time. They are serving, in fact, both as a hospital and also for training students. The Mysore Medical College is one of the oldest in Karnataka, followed by Bangalore Medical Colleges. Top rankers of the competitive examination look forward to join this Bangalore Medical College. Okay, so these are the premier institutions that you have in medicine. Now, what about pure science? The first name that always comes whenever you think of pure science is Indian Institute of Science. After 101 years of its existence, it thought it should also have an undergraduate program. Okay, some 15 years back, if a student asked me, sir, I want to pursue pure science, are there any premium institutions where I can go and then become a world-class scientist? Then there were very few choices for students. Either they had to do BSc and then MSc and a PhD in some local university or some central universities. But now there are many organizations of the repute of that of IISc have started an undergraduate program in pure science. This actually happened some 10 years back. In 2010, they started, 2011 rather, they started an undergraduate program. And it's a very successfully running program. I had an opportunity to be in that organization for almost, say, 6 years. And I've seen from the close quarters how this entire UG program came up in IISc. Okay, world-class laboratories, extremely good, say, faculty coming and teaching. The professors come and teach here, the undergrad program. Okay, so therefore they have developed this into one of the best, say, UG program. And the students who have completed this course are already in MITs, in Harvard, in Oxford, in say Carnegie Mellon, in John Hopkins, and so on and so forth. So they have found their place everywhere in the world already with only some 10 years of existence. Then another organization very similar to IISc, which offers pure science, is this ISER, Indian Institute of Science Education and Research. Like this IITs, this is also spread in many parts of India. There's one in Mohali, Kolkata, then one in Bhopal, Pune, Trivandrum, and Tirupati. Somehow Bangalore has not been given this ISER because there's already IISc there. Okay, because otherwise Bangalore is a hub for pure science, isn't it? But still, the closest one for us is Pune, Trivandrum, or Tirupati. Lot of students actually join this. Those who want to actually become world-class scientists, this is the organization to look forward, called ISERs. ISER is an organization set up by Department of Science and Technology, okay, DST. NISERs are very similar to ISERs. Even in the name, it's very similar, except it's National Institute. Instead of Indian, it's National Institute. This organization is set up by Department of Atomic Energy. They also said, we want to set up two organizations in pure science. One is this NISER. The other one is the Center for Excellence in Basic Science in Mumbai. NISER is ably helped and resourced from IOP, Institute of Physics. Again, a DAE organization, IOP. CBS is managed by TIFR. I think many of the students would know about this organization called Tata Institute of Fundamental Research, started by Homi Bhabha to make sure that India shines in the frontiers of science, okay, like maybe in atomic energy, maybe in say high energy particles physics, and also in say cutting edge astronomy and astrophysics. So they have a gamma ray astronomy, which is very rare, very few countries have, and TFR actually has a gamma ray astronomy as one of its subjects. So these kinds of fields in fact is offered in by TFR. They have started this Center for Excellence in Basic Science. And I think, therefore, it should serve to train the students in the best of its abilities. Those interested in mathematics have two organizations to look for. One is CMI, Chennai Mathematical Institute. One of my students recently joined CMI. Okay, other had joined some 4 years back. He's about to complete, and then I heard that he has got an offer to work in the Max Planck Institute in Germany. Okay, after completing his course in Chennai Mathematical Institute. Then Indian Statistical Institute, which is called ISI. One is in Bangalore, the other one is in Kolkata. They also take students to train in mathematics, statistics, and so on and so forth. Apart from this, students, it's good to know that many of the IITs also have a pure science program. They give MSc in physics and so on and so forth. BITS also offer the post-graduation or an integrated program in pure science. So these are the institutions of repute in pure science. How about agriculture? Okay, agriculture, as I told you, is generally courses are offered from universities. There's a separate university for agriculture in Bangalore, apart from Bangalore University, which is 3 now. Okay, Bangalore Central, Bangalore South, and Bangalore North. Apart from these universities, there is a university for agricultural science itself. University of Agricultural Sciences, UAS, Bangalore. Okay, this there in this GKVK campus. Trains actually students in agriculture. Same way, there are these many say organizations for you to do your BSc, MSc, and PhD programs. Okay, Karnataka Veterinary and Animal and Fishery Sciences, which is in Bidar. Then there's one in Shumagga, one in Dharwad, and the one in Bagalkot. All these are, in fact, and apart from this, is also this Indian Institute of Agricultural Sciences. Also also offers an undergraduate program in agriculture sciences. Now, how do we get into this premier organization? Students who are in the 10th standard will know they have to write one board examination after 10th, just one board examination. But students, to get into a premier institution of repute, you have to do 2 examinations at the end of 12th standard, 2, not 1. First one will be your board examination, similar to your 10th board. There will be a PU board or a CBSC or an ICSC or even NIOS. Okay, one of these board examination. The second one, in fact, is the competitive examination that you have to clear. They are called qualifying examinations. Okay, to get into this institution. They have different exams for different institutions. Okay, so you end up, in fact, writing not just 2, maybe in some cases 3 or 4 examination at the end of 2 years. That is why I keep telling you, what you should do after 10th will be mostly decided by what you want to do after 12th. Okay, so definitely 2 kinds of examination you will have to do after 12th. One is the board exam, the other one is called as the entrance exams. Okay, they are quite different from each other in their approach. If you look at the board examination, you know mostly what it is. They're all in predictable format. You know, there's a 1 mark question, there's a 3 mark question, there's a 5 mark question, there's a certain number of problems. Okay, and generally these examinations are restricted to 1 academic year, maybe 10th standard alone. You will not have to worry about 9th and 8th, isn't it? Similarly, after your PUC, after in the 12th standard, you should only worry about the second year PUC alone curriculum. You don't have to worry about the first year PUC. Marks are so designed in such a way that you should always score more marks. They'll be happy to give 100 marks to everyone in the class. If you do this, you will definitely get marks in that. Okay, there is part marks. Okay, there is marks for completing and so on and so forth. What does it generally do? It only tests your knowledge and the recollection ability of that knowledge. You acquire some knowledge, and how quickly you can recollect and then write down that or reproduce that knowledge is what they're looking for. We call them, in fact, as lower level thinking skills. Information and knowledge. Only these two is what they actually try to extract here. And majority of the questions are repeated over years and years. If you do something like 4 or 5 years paper, then you know what to expect in the next examination. It will be one of those questions that had already come, not more than that. Okay, so you therefore have a big advantage when you prepare for a board examination. Everything is certain, everything is predictable. But when it comes to entrance exam, the standard or the format can keep changing. Have you all heard of this JEE Advanced? Is one of the toughest examinations in the world. They don't actually have a fixed format. Others do at least have a format, but that examination, no standard format. You can be once asked a single correct option MCQs, sometimes multiple correct, match the following can come, fill in the blanks can come, because now it has become completely online. They can actually invent more and more formats for you to test. They don't have to announce this format earlier. You can always be surprised with a new format in the examination. And the second most important thing, please note, is it's cumulative learning. It's not 1 year, 1 academic year. You have to concentrate for 2 full academic year to complete this program. Okay. For example, many of the examination, like which I'm going to later on tell you about NEET and other things, it will require first year and second year, both put together. Physics, first year, second year. So what you do on day 1 of the PU program, you can be tested at the end of 2 years of program. So you need that kind of training, which will take you through 2 years and then get yourself trained. So 2 years of rigorous training. Here, there are multiple choice questions. So 3 possibilities. 1, you can get full marks. You can get 0 if you don't attempt at all. If you attempt, you can get full marks. Or you can also get a negative mark. If you make a mistake, there's a negative mark. I don't think this is something that you would have even heard of in your board examination. Do they cut the marks for anything? They only add the marks. Okay, it's like adding always. There's no subtraction there. But here you can also lose marks if you make a mistake. There's a negative marking here. So therefore, your accuracy of answering should become very, very good. So that training from the beginning should therefore happen to these kinds of examinations. The testing also will be at a higher level of learning skills. Okay, like we say, applications, problem solving, analysis, and so on and so forth. They're called as higher order thinking skills, called as the HOTS, higher order thinking skills kind of questions. So your ability to retain a knowledge is not enough, but how good you are in applying for a given situation will be tested in these examinations. So therefore, the training also has to be done in a little different way. As I told you, the format is going to be multiple choice questions is what you have. So you can see 2 distinct examination that you will have to face after 12th. Those who want to become lawyers will also have to do an entrance examination called CLAT. So they also require some of these skills. But remember this, board examination is very important. It's like your passport. Entrance examination is like visa that will be stamped on it. You need a passport. Only on that the visa can be stamped. Without a passport also you can't get into another country. Without visa also you can't get in. So both are very, very important. And this is what one should keep in mind and decide what you want to do after 10th standard. Okay. Now, what are the qualifying examinations for these? Board examination we have spoken about. Let's look at the qualifying examination. If you want to get into IITs or NITs, then you have to take what is called as JEE, Joint Entrance Examination. They come in 2 steps. One is called as the mains, the other one is called the advanced. Okay. The main examination is where you will be, if you clear this mains examination, you will now can get into NITs, National Institute of Technologies, or some IITs and so on and so forth. This is one, say, important, thing that the mains examination will do. And another thing associated with the main examination is this becomes a qualifying examination to take the JEE Advance. Some 8 to 9 lakh students write the mains examination, and only some 2.5 lakh students will be eligible to write the advanced examination. And when they clear that examination, around something like 30 to 40,000 students will be given a rank or a qualification. But only 15,000 seats are available in IITs. Okay, so look at the competition. Somewhere around from 8 to 9 lakhs, it's around 16,000 if you want to get into IITs. If you want to get into NITs, then I think it's around something like 30-40,000 ranks. Up to that it goes, not beyond that. Okay, so for getting into NITs, high competition if you want to get into premier institutions. But somehow you want to get an engineering seat, it's not difficult. But to join IITs, to join NITs, to join a good college like RV or PESET, you need actually an extremely good rank. You need to be in the top 1 or 2% of the nation, of the country, of the students of the country. Okay. For local engineering colleges, many of you know, we have KCET and Comet K. For medicine, what are the qualifying examination? Luckily, we just have one examination for all colleges called NEET. They give one rank, all India rank they give you. Based on the all India rank, you will be allotted seats in different places. BMC or say AIMS or JIPMER, all of them come under this NEET. I should emphasize, for the JEE mains, JEE advanced, and also NEET, you need 2 years of syllabus, not 1 year. First year PUC and second year PUC, 11, 12, both put together will form the curriculum. Okay, so what you learn in the first day will be tested after 2 years. So when you start preparing for these in these 2 years, you should start from the letter go. You can't say that let me relax first year, let me worry only about the second year. No, you don't have an option like that. The first and second year both become important. Then the pure science also has its own qualifying examination. Advanced also will lead you, as I told you, because there are courses in IITs. So pure science or IIT Advanced also can lead you to some good pure science programs. BITS has its own entrance exam called BITSAT, very similar to that of the mains examination. They also have an English language as one of the subjects there. So it will be also tested on the aptitude of your English understanding. There is another examination which will help you to get into pure science programs. That's called KVPY, Kishore Vaidyanik Protsahan Yojana. Not many students would be aware of this. Now it's better, but not still many are aware of this. This is a scholarship examination that you can take when you are in the 11th standard or first year PUC, and also when you are in second year. Both years you can actually take this examination. What will this do? It will, number one, give you, if you clear this examination and an interview followed by that, you can actually go for a scholarship. Okay, you will be entitled for a scholarship of 4,000 rupees every month till you complete your say 12th standard examination. After that, if you choose pure science, you will be given a scholarship of 5,000 rupees every month. Okay, to continue your pure science. It's an encouragement, Protsahan Yojana. Okay, it's an encouragement for you to take up pure science. So if you do, for example, an undergraduate program in IAC or ISER, you will get 5,000 rupees per month. Think about it, students. You'll have to pay fees and other things for doing the course, maybe in IITs and other things. But here, you will be given the money as a stipend to do your course in undergraduate program. So brilliant scheme, this KVPY. And is it very difficult to clear? Competition is enormous. So please try it out when you are in the 11th itself. Look at it. If you have to do this KVPY in the 11th, don't you think you should start your preparation from day one itself? Right? So you don't have the opportunity to say relax for this 11th standard. I'm not scaring you. I'm only forewarning you that if you want to actually settle down in a good career, say deciding course, you have to start your preparation from the day one of 11th standard. NICERS, CBS have their own selection test called NEST. Very nice examination, very similar to the mains examination, has all the 4 subjects, and you will be tested on physics, chemistry, biology, and mathematics. I think there's a choice between biology and mathematics though at the end of second year. Generally, this examination in the month of June, July of your second year. Okay, for you all, I think this will be 2023. This exam will be there. CMI has its own entrance test and a very good one. They also take students from this National Olympiad. Many of you might know that India actually conducts Olympiads. Okay, they do participate in the International Olympiad and win a lot of medals. If you are actually a math enthusiast or a physics enthusiast, you should actually apply for this Olympiad examination when you are in 11th and 12th. If you get a chance to represent India, you can get a seat in CMI purely based on that merit that you have been selected for the national team. ISI and IAST also have their own entrance exam. IAST is Indian Institute of Space Technology, Space and Science and Technology. They have they select students from JEE Advanced. Okay, if you get qualified there, then you can apply, and then they call you for an interview and then offer you a seat. So this is how different qualifying examinations are there. So what I have done until now is to give you a bird's eye view of what are the things that you need to actually be prepared for in the 11th and 12th. See, what decides our, say, preparation is the examination. So if you are very clear of what examination we need to write, I think our preparation also will become that much clearer. And also we get the right motivation to start our preparation for our 11th standard. And this is what I think is necessary for you to know about the opportunities in science after 10th standard. Okay, so with this, let me end my discussion with a quote from none other than APJ Abdul Kalam. Climbing to the top demands strength, whether it is to top of Mount Everest or to the top of your career. Somehow this Mount Everest kept on coming to me, Himalayas kept on coming to me, right? You always need this kind of strength. My own personal experience, students dealing with, say, students of your caliber and of your type, they have that energy with them. They carry that inner strength in them. It's only that one has to keep reminding about the aim and also about the task that is in front of them. Then if they get motivated, no one can actually stop them to attain this. So I wish all the best for your say career ahead, and I hope this particular discussion help you to understand the opportunities, the challenges that is there after 12th standard and hence after 10th standard. With this, I have come to the end of this say small presentation. Now I would request my colleague Sandeep sir to introduce you to our organization Gnanadhara. Gnanadhara is just a year-old organization which is into training students to take up for prepare themselves for the competitive examination. And now my esteemed colleague Sandeep sir will take us through. Sandeep sir earlier was in BASE before becoming director of Gnanadhara. He was the taking care of the entire pre-university program of BASE organization. He was the program head there. He had around 3,000 students and he has trained them to get into NITs, to get into the top colleges of Bangalore and also the medical colleges. Sir has that wide experience to train students, and he himself is a brilliant chemistry teacher. Very systematic in his approach to teaching chemistry. Many of our students, in fact, like his teaching, are always looking forward to his classes. I think one of the best chemistry teachers, I would say, to train students for the competitive and also for the board examination. You should listen to his lecture of how to prepare for the board examination, the last mile preparation for the board examination. He's an expert in training students for such such examination. And over to Sandeep sir to give us a glimpse of what Gnanadhara Educational Services is. Over to you, Sandeep sir.
Thank you, Dr. MKR. It was a very informative session on career choices available after 10th standard, especially in science. So very good morning. Now it's good afternoon. Very good afternoon, dear parents, students, and my dear colleagues at Gnanadhara. Also very thankful to VVS management for allowing us to have a session like this. We are always very fortunate to speak to parents of VVS students. Exactly a year ago, we had one such gathering in VVS school premises itself, in the auditorium in the last floor. And I still can remember, because that was the first orientation by Gnanadhara as a company. And I still can remember it was a packed hall. Now it's the unfortunate situation of the pandemic here. We are forced to conduct this program online. Otherwise, we would have definitely conducted the same program live in the school campus itself. Right. Coming to Gnanadhara Educational Services. Gnanadhara Educational Services is an educational institution started by 4 very dedicated and passionate teachers who came with huge experience in training students for competitive exams, right from CET, which is at the state level, up to JEE Advanced, which is at the national level, and even Olympiads. So Gnanadhara Educational Services is set up on the motto that we need to give quality education to students, at the same time uphold the ethics, moral ethics in the education sector. So that is the main motto of Gnanadhara Educational Services. Now let me tell you about our associated institutes. Gnanadhara Educational Services was started in the year 2019, December 8th. December 8th, 2019 was when the company was started. And though it's a new company, we are just 1 year old now, but the team comes with more than 6 decades of experience, collective experience. We have 4 directors here, and all the 4 are teachers as well. So this is one place where directors themselves teach. So you will know upfront who are the teachers who will be teaching your kids. So as I told you, we come with a total of around 60 plus years of collective experience. Now, to begin with, we have been again very fortunate to be associated with the Vidyavardhaka Sangha institutions, both Sardar Patel as well as Rajajinagar. These are the 2 premier institutes we are associated with, and we are right now running our flagship programs in both the colleges. The arrangement is we will be running the training program for competitive exams in the campus, in the Basveshwar Nagar campus as well as in the Rajajinagar campus. But right now the classes are going online. So once the colleges reopen and physical classes start, we will be running these classes in the campus. So we call it in-campus training for competitive exams. So we are very, very fortunate to be associated with these 2 premier institutes, because we all know Vidyavardhaka Sangha has its own reputation in the city. In fact, the 2 colleges are one of the most sought after colleges for PUC, at least in this part of the city, in the Rajajinagar, Malleshwaram area. So these are the 2 most sought after colleges after 10th standard, and we are very, very fortunate to be associated with these 2 colleges. Apart from that, we have also done programs for Dayanand Sagar University, where we conducted a crash course program for CET for students throughout the state online. And very happy to inform dear parents that we reached close to 2,000 students from across the state through this program. And we would be continue to do the same program for Dayanand Sagar University. And third, we have Vidya Purna Prajna institutions. There also we conduct a similar in-campus training program for competitive exams. And our 4th associated institute is GT Education Institutions, where we conduct integrated programs again for these competitive exams. So our specialization area is to train students for all competitive exams that they take after their PUC. So whatever competitive exams that are there under the science stream, we will be training students for that. So these are our associated institutes, and all this we have managed within a year. And it also gives me great joy in sharing this information with you. Gnanadhara is now, or Gnanadhara can now boast of a strong student community of 300 students. We have close to 300 students in this short span of 1 year. At least I can't remember an institute which could manage this student strength in 1 year of its inception. So this is about Gnanadhara Institute and the associated partnerships that we have. Now, we not only specialize in competitive exam training, we also give academic consultancy. We go to different, or we are invited to different colleges and schools where we give talks on several topics, like how to prepare for board exams in that last 1 month, the last 15 days. What are the strategies to be used? Okay, so we also give talks on that. We conduct mathematics workshop, we conduct physics workshop. Basically, our idea is to inspire students to take up science. It's not that you take something out of chance, but you should take or opt something out of choice. So in order to be inspired, you need to have a desire to take up that career path. So in order to inspire students, we conduct programs like this. Yes, these are some of our programs where we try to inspire students to take up science. Yes, now coming to Team Gnanadhara. I'll not take much time because you're also supposed to know what are all the programs we're going to offer. So Team Gnanadhara comprises of 4 directors. We have Dr. MKR, who gave this wonderful presentation of career opportunities to you all. Dr. MKR is a renowned physics teacher. He has almost 25 years of experience of training students in all types of competitive exams. He was speaking about Olympiad exams. Let me tell you, it's a very proud thing for Gnanadhara team that Dr. MKR has led the team which was selected for International Olympiad. He leads the team of students who get selected for International Olympiad and represent our country there. So we are very proud to have him as one of our directors. In his previous working place, he served as principal in both Diksha and Base PU College, and he was responsible for the phenomenal growth that those 2 institutions took in his or during his period. And he is also credited for setting up undergraduate laboratory at IISc. Many of his students right now are pursuing their undergraduate program, and he has students who are studying right now in RV College of Engineering, in NIT, in prestigious IITs, and even in some of the prestigious foreign institutions like Purdue and other institutions, other universities. So this is the rich experience he comes with. He also served as the resource person for training students for International Physics Olympiad. As I told you, he was leading the team. He was leading the team there. Yes, this was Dr. MKR. Then we have Professor Raghavan. Professor Raghavan BR is a chemistry professor. He has 2 decades of teaching experience at different pre-university colleges, undergraduate courses, and he has even taught postgraduate students who take up chemistry as their post-graduation subject. He has traveled widely across the state, and he has been invited by many institutes to impart training for competitive exams. He has served as a resource person for teacher training programs as well, held at KLE College in Belgaum, and he is an expert in training students for CET, NEET, JEE Main, and other competitive examinations. So, sir comes with very rich experience of working in many institutions, and he is liked by all the students for whom he takes classes. In his previous capacity, he was working with BASE as academic head of Rajajnagar Center. So, this is Professor Raghavan BR. Then myself, Sandeep R. Kumar. Raghavendra sir has introduced me to you all. So I have a teaching experience of around 12 years, and in my previous capacity, I was heading a program called Pre-Uni Plus at BASE. So basically, all directors here who were previously working with BASE, and we have come out and we have started with this Gnanadhara Edu Services. Yes. Then last but not the least, we have Dr. Srihari Venkatesh Turgal, our mathematics teacher. He also comes with rich 12 years of experience, has rich experience in training students for CET, JE, and other competitive exams as well. He is a very well-known mathematics teacher. He writes articles on mathematics in some journals. Again, he has also traveled widely across the state, most sought after mathematics teacher, I can say. And he has also given live CET classes for DD9 Chandana, where government of Karnataka sponsors the program for CET training. So he has given live CET classes for the government of Karnataka program. In his previous capacity, he too was with BASE as head of the department in one of the colleges in Mysore. So this is team Gnanadhara. This is the academic team. In addition to 4 directors, we have a strong teacher team. We have a team of around 12 teachers. We have Dr. Kiran R. Bettadapur, who also teaches chemistry. We have Professor Sandhya. We have Professor Raghuram for biology. We have Professor Anand for biology. Professor Mahesh Kumar, Professor Atreya, Professor Tilakmani. All these are the teacher team. All of them come with more than 2 decades of teaching experience. And at Gnanadhara, we tell students and parents who their teachers will be for the next 2 years. I don't think any institute would reveal that information. If you go and ask who the teachers will be, I don't think they'll have an answer. But Gnanadhara will tell students and teachers upfront, look, these are the people who are going to teach you for the next 2 years. So this is the academic team. And to support the academic team, we also have a strong non-academic team in which we have Prajwal sir and Sudha madam. They take care of all non-academic activities, including coordinating, managing programs. So they play that role in Gnanadhara. So this is team Gnanadhara, dear students and parents. Yes, before handing it over to my colleague, I would also like to tell you what is our footprint in the online coaching sector. So as soon as the pandemic hit the world, we were the first to jump into this online stream where we started live classes just 1 week after the lockdown. And we started our own YouTube channel as well. And the channel right now has almost 1,000 subscribers. In this short time, we have managed to get around 1,000 subscribers. And our online training programs have become very popular. Right now, we are conducting several short-term CET NEET courses online and reaching students throughout the state. So this is our online footprint in such a short time. Yes. Now, thank you, dear parents. This was about Gnanadhara and its team. Now over to Dr. MKR.
Thank you so much, sir, for explaining as to what Gnanadhara is and its team members. Now I request Raghavan, sir, to introduce us to the courses offered by Gnanadhara. I think this is going to be an interesting input for many students who now know what exactly to do after 10th. Okay, and remembering that you have to start your preparation from the first day of your, say, PUC. What are the courses that we can offer and help you out in helping you to say realize your dreams? And over to Raghavan sir to give an insight into our program.
Thank you very much, Raghavendra sir. Good afternoon, dear parents and students. I sincerely thank here for your patient listening. It's been more than 1 hour. In brief, I'm going to explain our programs. So in the beginning, you have seen what are all the different opportunities awaiting for the students who are interested in science after 10th. Now there is engineering stream, there is medicine stream, there is pure science stream. And people who excel in any field will be definitely successful. That's what there. But as a institute, Gnanadhara Educational Services, what are the different courses that we offer for students who are interested in engineering or medicine or pure sciences? So here, the Gnanadhara Educational Services has customized, has designed certain programs which are tailor-made for the students who are interested in different areas. So we have four important programs. One is Focus NEET, we say. Another is Focus JE Main. One more, the third one, Focus JE Advanced. And the add-on program, what we call, it's called Advantage KVPY. So of late, the students, science students, especially those who are really pro-academic, they want to do KVPY, they want to get into pure sciences and all. So we wanted to not miss anybody to offer a course. So here comes Advantage KVPY, where students can, of any discipline, be it medicine, engineering, or anything, so they can opt this KVPY course and appear for the this scholarship examination. Now, these four courses, there is a prefix that is focus there. So we want our students to be highly focused into the academics and make their careers in the span of 2 years. So this adjective comes here as focus. So let me elaborate each course one by one. Okay. So Focus NEET. As you all know, NEET is one single entrance examination for all medical courses across the nation. So now this Focus NEET is the Gnanadhara Educational Services course for the students who aspire for medicine. So this is for medicine. When I say it is medical, dental, and even Ayush courses. Ayush courses will cover the Ayurveda, homeopathy, Unani, naturopathy, all these things. Okay, so all those courses will have single entrance nationwide, that is NEET examination, and Gnanadhara has a special training program that is Focus NEET. So as you all know, students who want to write NEET examination and get into medical courses, they need to prepare importantly in core subjects such as physics, chemistry, and biology. But if you look at the competition for the medical courses, it is too high. If there is around 14 to 15 lakhs from both the main JE main examination, if they write examination, entrance exam, there are around 14 to 15 lakh engineering seats available in engineering field. Whereas in medicine, it is not so. Around 75,000 seats are available now. It is a latest figure. And in Karnataka, around 8,000 change seats are available. But for which, again, students who write, who aspire for this entrance will be around 14 to 15 lakh. So the competition is too high. So therefore, the students who want to write NEET examination would like to play safe. That is, they want to have a safe engineering option also. So no doubt the students will be wanting to get into medicine, but if not, if they doesn't get any seat, they want to have a safe alternative, that is engineering. So therefore, many students who come to us would like to prepare for NEET and also have engineering entrance option as safe option, that is Karnataka CET, KCET, what we call. Okay, so we would recommend all the students whoever take up Focus NEET with us to opt out a exclusive mathematics subject also, because if you are going to write CET, then you may have to learn mathematics to the level of board and CET level. So therefore, we would suggest all the students to take up mathematics also along with physics, chemistry, biology, so that they can have engineering as a safe alternative. Okay, so it is explained already that the NEET examination even covers the entrance for AIMS and JIPMER also. Okay, so this is about our Focus NEET program. Okay, this program we offer at VVS Basveshwar Nagar campus and also first block Rajajinagar. Vidyavardhaka Sangha college at Basveshwar Nagar and Rajajinagar, both the places have NEET Focus NEET program. And also we have this Focus NEET program being conducted at Purna Pragna Vidya campus near Pinya, Tumkur Road. Okay, so these are the places where we are going to have this Focus NEET. depending on the parents and students convenience, you can enroll for any places. Okay, so the course wise, everything material, everything will be same. Coming to the engineering program that Gnanadhara has designed, it is Focus JE Main. And as you know, there is an entrance examination for admissions to NIT, triple ITs, and some of the prestigious deemed universities. Okay, so this Focus JE Main, whoever enroll into Focus JE Main with the Gnanadhara Educational Services, they will be trained with 3 core subjects which are important for the entrance, that is physics, chemistry, and mathematics. Be it NEET or JE Main, board will be covered. We are going to cover the board, and simultaneously we are going to train them for the entrance examination. Okay, so this is the Focus JE Main. Here, importantly, some of the prestigious institutes like VIT and PESAT also, will have the same level of entrance examination. And if you prepare for JE Main, so all these deemed universities and their entrance examination also can be cracked. So this is about JE Focus JE Main, and this course is offered only at Vidyavardhaka Sangha College, Basveshwar Nagar. Okay, if you want JE Main course, it is VVS College, Basveshwar Nagar. It is not there in first block, and it is also not there in Vidya Purna Pragna. Next, we have Focus JE Advanced Program. Okay, and as you all know, first, any student who is aspiring for admission to IITs, they have to write JE Main. Around top 20%, around 2 lakh change students nationwide will be selected for writing one more, the next level of examination, that is Focus JE Advanced. And in that, of 2 lakh odd students, around 35,000 rank will be announced. Within that, around 14,000 seats are available approximately for IITs, which are around 23 IITs in India. Okay, so many students will aim high to get into these prestigious IITs, which are 23. There is one in Karnataka also, that is at Dharwad. Okay, so if students want to prepare for this Focus JE Advanced, they need to dedicate a lot of time, and every day they need to at least reserve around 5 to 6 hours, and in the weekends little more, and there should be consistent effort, and there should be a kind of working culture for students, and importantly time. So that's why this Focus JE Advanced, which is the course for preparing for training students for IITs, is only offered in collaboration with NIOS, National Institute of Open Schooling. As Dr. MKR sir has explained, NIOS is another board which is under central government, like CBSE, like any state board. It is another board which is National Institute of Open Schooling. Here, the examination is at the convenience of the students. They can demand and write the examination, and there will be no botheration of regularly going to the college and all those things. So we have our own program designed for students who want to get trained with Gnanadhara Educational Services for Focus JE Advanced, and it is only offered in collaboration with NIOS, and it is a flagship program of Gnanadhara. That's because this kind of program, which is going to be integrated with NIOS, which is a flagship program of JES, is not seen across the nation. I can say proudly, this is the unique program that you can't get anywhere by any institute which is offering this program. Because if you opt out this Focus JE Advanced, you will be preparing for even KVPY also. We want our students, whoever enroll with Focus JE Advanced, to prepare for KVPY also, because KVPY becomes an indirect boost for the students to clear this IIT JE. It helps a lot. So we have designed a unique program for those students who enroll with us for JE Advanced in collaboration with NIOS. And as you know, Advantage KVPY, so it's a scholarship program. It is Kishore Vaignanik Protsahan Yojana. So any student who is interested to pursue their pure science course, will have to clear this KVPY. The moment they clear, the stipend will be given by the government till they do their research or even postdoctorate. Okay. And based on this KVPY results, there are institutes, prestigious institutes, which offer admissions. Okay. So as I told you, any student of any stream, be it focus NEET or focus JEE main with Gnanadhara, if they are interested, they can opt out this advantage KVPY. And we don't charge for this advantage KVPY. We offer with some extra classes at the weekends. So this is about briefing of our different courses at Gnanadhara Educational Services, and also students know about it. If anybody are only interested for CET, so we don't want JEE main, we don't want NEET, we want only CET, then the courses will be offered at Basveshwar Nagar first block VVS and also Vidya Purna Pragna. Okay, so students who just want to prepare for entry into state engineering colleges will also have a course in Gnanadhara Educational Services, but it is exclusively offered at VVS, Rajajinagar first block, and also Vidya Purna Pragna only, but not at Basveshwar. So finally, dear students, remember, success is all about being at right place and at right time. So take the decision judiciously. So thank you very much. This is about our courses. Now I would request Dr. MK sir to take over the mic. And also, if parents have any queries or any thing to be cleared, you are always welcome. You can feel free to ask us the queries. We all the directors are here to clear your doubts. Dr. MK sir.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Raghavan sir. That was really insightful. You gave us a clear idea about what are the courses available in Gnanadhara. Dear parents and students, if you are actually willing to join our program, which is in association with VVS, both at the Basveshwar Nagar, which is Sardar Patel PU College, and also the VVS Rajajinagar, both the colleges, in fact, are extremely good in training students. Last year, Sardar Patel actually had one of the best results that got, in fact, 100% first class. And also, they have actually managed to get something like 120 distinctions in the board examination. So they train the students for the board examination. Gnanadhara trains for the competitive examination. Now, in order to get a seat, okay, in our program, you don't have to wait till March or April. That is when your exams are over. You can actually start the enrollment right now. We will be conducting one selection test through which we take the students. Now, the students who get selected in the selection test will be given a provisional admission to the colleges, whether it's Sardar Patel PU College or Rajajinagar College. Okay, the provisional admission will get confirmed if you get more than 90% in the board examination. And you all being students of Sardar Patel, I'm sure getting 90% shouldn't be very difficult for you all. So therefore, if you are willing to write our selection test, you can actually enroll for the selection test immediately. If you look at the chat box, okay, I have now pasted the link for this. Fill up a Google form. Okay, if you just press on that, you can fill the Google form and all the details will come to us. There will be a test on 13th of December. That's next week. Okay, the format of the selection test is very interesting. There will be two sections in it. The first section is based on a concept video that we'll all be sending it to you. Okay, there will be in the first section there will be something like 8 questions per subject, 8 in physics, 8 in chemistry, 8 in mathematics and biology, and so on and so forth. Now this will be based on the concept lecture that we'll be sending it to you. We send it 3 days in advance so that you can watch it any number of times you want, understand the concept given there, try to practice it. Then the test will be purely based on that. And the students who have already written this test tell us that they really enjoyed watching that video and then writing the test. Okay. The second part will be based on what you have studied in your 8th standard and 9th standard. Also some portions of 10th standard. I know many of the schools, especially some of the schools, doesn't actually have the they have not completed this course or not completed the syllabus yet. So we are little judicious in selecting the topics you have done and then framing the questions only on that. Okay, so this test itself is going to be a very unique experience, which no other actually centers give you, where we give you a concept lecture, allow you to do it for say 3 days, you can use it, and then we'll be taking up the link. Okay, it's a YouTube link that we'll be sending it. You can watch any number of times and then come for write the test. The test will be completely online. Okay, I think a lot of information is already given there. It's completely online, 60 multiple choice question with one correct option, and you have to answer that in 1.5 hours, 90 minutes, 60 questions, 90 minutes. So very similar to your KCET pattern, okay, where we have started in fact giving you exposure to it starting from our selection test itself. We call our selection test as Gnanadhara entrance test, so JET 2020. The sample paper, the video lectures will be given to those who register, not for everyone. Those who register will be giving those question sample papers and also the video lectures. So immediately register for the Sunday test. There are a lot of already applicants for the 13 test. So please be quick and enroll for the test. It's completely free. You don't have to pay anything. Write the test on that day at the comfort of your house. You just have to write in your house and then do it. There are one way of registration. I already told you. Use that link to do it. Another way would be, sir, can I now share? Maybe one more slide you have, sir. After that, I'll start sharing the Google form. So registration can be done completely online. So what is next slide?
Sir, it's just on contact details.
Okay. Now, if you have any doubts, anything to clarify, please feel free to contact us. My first one is my number. Second one is Prajwal sir's number. So any of these you can contact, or also contact us on the email. Okay. Feel free. Anything, any clarification needed, we are always there for you to help out. And now you can also use the link. Sir, can I share my screen?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Can you all see this link? This QR code? Is it visible on the screen? You can actually use this. You can scan the QR code with your mobile phone. Then you can directly go to the Google form and give all the information. Very few information like your name, your phone number, and so on and so forth. So those who are interested to write the selection test, immediately fill in this form. Okay. And now I will actually let this floor open to parents and students to ask them